And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hello, 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 hello. Does this stuff work? Is this thing on? Can anybody hear me? Did I press any of the right buttons? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Wait, let's press this button. Hi, hi. Oh my god, you pressed that button, you can see me. Holy shit. What's going on, guys? Happy Saturday. Been doing some farming pretty well all day, and I figured I'd continue some farming tonight. So here we are. Bought a new field. Spent the morning harvesting it, pulled the bales off of it, that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute.
I don't know who I am. If you guys can help me with that, I would be very, very, very grateful, because I have not a clue who the hell I am. Who we got in here? Jenny's here. What's up, Jenny? Mav's here. Mav, I haven't seen you in like weeks, dude. You've been driving and ignoring us all. What's up, buddy? Dark Wolf's here. What's up? Skylar is here. Hi, Skylar. Or is that Ryan? Is that Ryan or is that Skylar? I never know which account you're on. You just like bounce back and forth. The oldest legend's here. What's up, buddy? Welcome in. I'm unsure who you are. Well, that's good. You keep with that, and it'll be good. It'll be good. Nobody needs to know who I really am. I have two. I know you bounce back and forth, and we never know who the hell you are. But all right, guys, let's get off the let's start the farming. Let's see how's our music levels. We're pretty good. We got Pedro to start the stream off. It's officially a stream now. Oh god, you gotta start the engine on the tractor before you can do anything with it. Lord. Let me just pause the music because Jenny's pressing all the buttons. Let's just pause the music because it's like chaos. We gotta have squirrels. We gotta have Pedro. We're gonna have some kitties. Jenny's pressing all the buttons at once. Did you miss the buttons, Jenny? You were just like so excited to come in here and press buttons? Yep, I knew there was another one coming. I like buttons. Okay, I see this. You've taken over for Lewis very well. Like, Lewis is gone. He used to be the one that came in and pressed all the buttons. Now it's you. We got lizards. Fucking big ass lizard. Do you rather me have bits and do the gunshots? No. I haven't been shot for a while, actually. It's been nice. It's been peaceful. So how is everybody today? I've been sitting here playing this game all day, and then I decided to take a little nap on the couch, and thank God the couch didn't eat me alive. I was like 3:30, I started getting a little sleepy. I'm like, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit and maybe try to stream around 6 o'clock, and hopefully I don't die between now and then. And normally that's a gamble, but I actually made it. At least wait till after the start screen. This is true. Lewis would interrupt the starting music, pressing every fucking button. I'm tired. Went to the dirt track last night. Didn't get home till 1 a.m. Then had to go to work at 7. Oh, was it bedtime yet? I mean, it can be bedtime. You're an adult, Skylar. It can be bedtime anytime you want it to be. There's been days where I've gone to bed at 7 o'clock. No judgment. Tired as hell, but cleaning house. I'm gonna maybe bake some cookies. Ooh, I want some cookies. Cookies sounds good. That or you wake up and it's tomorrow. I've done that before too. Wake up on the couch and it's like 4 a.m. Like, well, fuck, now what do I do? I've done that. Vikings Nation Gaming with the Duck Hunter dog. Who could have seen that one coming? That's the only button Gary knows. That and the song request button, which I appreciate him for, but... I had a nap for about an hour. That's about what I got. I discovered that one of my son's friends logged into HBO Max on my TV. So I've been watching Game of Thrones. Kind of got sucked into that a little bit, so... I was on the couch for about 3.5 hours. Only slept for like a half an hour, maybe. It's enough to refresh me, though. Mav called me at 8 last night and asked what I was doing. I said laying down in bed. My alarm went off at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what you were saying. You had to get up early as shit this morning. I bet that was fun. God, I get pissed when I got to get up at 5 a.m. I couldn't imagine having to get up at fucking 3 a.m. That's inhumane. So this is my newest field. Let me see. Let's go to the map here. This is the home farm down here. We bought the field right outside the home farm. It had oats on it. I went ahead and harvested those. Took all the straw bales off of it. And then I realized that the farmer that I bought this off of did not take care of it at all. So we've got to do all the things to get this field turned back over and ready to plant again. So currently throwing down some lime. We're going to have to plow it. We're going to have to... It's got 0% fertilizer on it, so we're probably going to have to do that twice. Drank 3 of my Mountain Dew mixes at work today. I started to crash at like 2-ish. Yeah, that'll happen. 4 or 5 a.m. is okay with me, but 2 a.m. Yeah, no, that's... I've gone to bed at that time. That's entirely too early. Like 5 a.m. is about my limit, honestly. I wake up before 5 a.m. There's something wrong. Booger, you sent that already, like 10 minutes ago. Hi, Mav. What's going on, Mav? Where are you at? When you coming home? I was slap happy at one point at work, but also doing the truck order took forever because I was so tired. I can imagine. He was on back roads. Last Saturday, I played Rocket League till 5 a.m. I've done that. Yeah. Not quite 5 a.m. Usually like 3 a.m. is about the latest I stay up these days. I'm old. Today, hence me baking cookies. Also, he's on his way back today. Yeah, but I had to stop and put some fuel in the truck. So you're saying you'll be home later today? How nice. Your wife's baking cookies for you since you're on your way home. That's so nice. Hey, Booger. What's up, Nate? Welcome in, buddy. How was your day? 65, about an hour and a half from home. Nice. I would say just in time to play some games, but I don't think Intense is home yet, so no out of order night.
Lizard.
Oh, God.
Lizard.
Guess I gotta move my camera, or move my Tangias, one of the two. The damn lizard's right on my head.
Lizard.
This thing has taken a lot of lime. You can tell there was none on it. With the precision farming on, it's supposed to sense how much the field needs and gives it more or less, like the trailer like automatically changes the rate that it spreads at. It's just been on full bore the entire time. There was nothing on this field. Doing good. Finished watching a cup game. You know, I've watched none of that. I actually kind of like soccer, but I've paid zero attention to the World Cup. Mostly because I'm too lazy to figure out where to watch it. Like, I don't have cable. I have various streaming services. I'm sure it's on one or the other of them. I just haven't taken the time to pay attention to where or when the games are. I think that's part of the reason why I stopped watching sports, because, like, we live in a different world than we lived in 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like, it used to be if you wanted to watch a TV show, that TV show came on at 8 o'clock, and you had to be in front of the TV at 8 o'clock, and you had to sit there and you had to watch it. You couldn't pause it. You couldn't fast forward it. You couldn't get up and do things. The show was just on. And if you missed it, you missed it. Well, nowadays we live in a streaming world. Everything releases on streaming platforms. You watch it whenever the hell you want to watch it. You can pause it. You can go back to it 3 days afterwards. You can binge watch 12 episodes at once. we do everything on our own time now, and sporting events do not follow those same rules. They happen when they happen, and I'm not ambitious enough to go look up when they're happening and make sure my ass is planted in front of the TV to actually be there when they're on. So I miss them. It is what it is. We learned how to record on a VHS. I mean, yeah, there was that. We always had, like, I used to be a big hockey fan. I watched the Penguins all the time. But a lot of times they were on when I was at work. So I would DVR the games, and then when I would get home from work, like, I would avoid all social media and sports apps and whatnot. And when I got home from work, I would pull up the DVR and watch them. But I stopped doing that, namely because I don't have cable. Hockey games are on some local cable channel that you cannot get on streaming, and I just stopped watching it. Everything has a pause button except online games. Well, yeah, nowadays they do. I'm saying I grew up in the 80s and 90s, man, when, when you wanted to watch a TV program, you had to watch it when it was on or you missed it. That was it, Love how it's pulling lime from the pallets underneath, so the ones on top are just hovering there. What a great game this is. What am I listening to here? Motionless in White. Oh, Gary requested this. Never heard this song before. Anything I watch on TV anymore is racing sports. Yeah, I've never got into that. Sorry to say. You waited like 10 years, you could catch it on a rerun. Well, yeah, there's that. But I don't want to wait 10 years. I want to watch it tomorrow. Then wait 3 months for the late night reruns. Yeah, there was that. For sure. Let's get moving here. 3 damn channels, and if the president was on, your night was shot. Yeah, I remember that. I grew up with that too. I grew up without cable. We lived out in the country, and there was no cable. So we had a big antenna on the top of the house, and we got 3 channels reliably. And then there was a Fox channel out of Pittsburgh that only worked if the clouds were a certain direction or what have you. Get your internet on CD. This song came out Thursday. Gotta admit, this is a band that I've never listened to much of. Not that I don't like them, I don't know, never went looking for them.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, who's that? Skyborts. I know that guy. Hi, Booger. I knew Denver couldn't be far behind. Usually when you see Sky, Denver ain't far behind. Mrs. Denver and Mr. Denver. Body's still farming, I see. I took a little break. I was saying I went and took a little nap on the couch for like a couple hours. But yeah, then I came back to it because this needs done. I got to get this field done and planted and ready to go. Need stuff to feed my chickens. Good thing I got my pilot license. I'm flying low. The thought of you with a pilot license scares the absolute shit out of me. It's bad enough they let you drive. Make chicken nuggies? Well, I need them for their eggs, because I use the eggs to make soup, apparently. I don't ask me how that works, but that's how the game works. I need lots of eggs to make lots of soup. Eggs and flour. I did, for anybody who watched the last stream I did this a couple weeks ago, I did get rid of the 3 teeny tiny chicken coops that weren't doing me any good. And I put a bigger one that holds 700 chickens. I didn't put 700 chickens in it. I put like maybe 250 of them in there. I'll let them breed. But I think once I get some money saved up, I'm going to probably put another one down. So I'll have 3 chicken coops all making eggs. Farming is never done. This is true. I've got an entire map to buy. Sub stuff.
Intense
with
underscore
the-
dude subscribed to your channel for 23 months.
Yeah, what that guy said. Intense with the 23-month sub. What's up, buddy? How's the hiking or the pulling or the driving or whatever the hell it is you're doing? Are you enjoying your vacation, sir? I guess that's what I should say. Are you having a good time? Have you wore Intense Mom out yet? Getting my streak, then back to driving. Fork you very much. Drive safe. Tell Intense Mom and all the hobbits I said hi. Driving, keep your eyes on the road. Map's going back in time. I can't even see that. Looks like it says 2464. What's that mean? Hold on, let me turn around here. Haven't got back in car yet, calm down. Well, okay, get back in the car, I guess. Oh, there you go, it says 88. See, the only number I can see is that big 2464.
Hello, motherfucker.
And you apparently got a boost as well. And you're not wearing your seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on, Mav. We've got the Kevin Flores. Hi, Kevin. How are you, bud? Speed's top left. Well, yeah, but on my Discord screen, it's very hard until I blow it up. All I see is that 2464 in the middle. Everything else is blurry until I open the picture. Howdy. Howdy. How's Kevin today? That's the airbag light, damn it. Well, fix your fucking airbag then. I don't know. Looks like seatbelt. Let's see here. Hang on. Let me press that button. Yeah, see? Right? I don't know if you can see it. You can't see my mouse. But down on the bottom there, that little red light. Doesn't that look like a seatbelt light? Oh god, what is that? Guy with the 5-stream streak. I forgot that dings. That kind of freaked me out. I don't think you guys can hear that ding, but I hear the ding. What's dinging? Is dinner ready? Wait a minute. Did we turn it on and try to turn it off? Oh god. Denver with this. Well, how does Denver have a 7-stream streak and Sky only has a 5-stream streak? Don't you guys always travel together? How'd that work? With all the dancing cowsies. Car is an airbag good to know? Yeah, but it doesn't work. It's off. You gonna give me the 1800 to fix it? Didn't think so. Didn't you just make like a couple $1,000 doing this load? Now that picture is stuck on my screen. Let's get that off of there. Let's Twitch is being stupid again, not getting rid of my alerts. I gotta figure that out. Alright, well. Doing this field didn't take nearly as much lime as I thought it would. That's good. I can put the rest of that in storage and use it later. I'll take a load for a couple grand. I didn't know you were that cheap, Kevin, but... Wow. Yeah, the things people say. Just gonna leave that one alone. Hungary has a vacation in 2 weeks. Don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm on vacation in 2 weeks. Enjoy it. Last vacation I took, I literally just sat in this house for a week. And I barely left. And it was the most glorious thing ever. I did nothing. I sat here and I played video games and I laid on my couch and I napped. And then I sat here and I played some more video games and I watched some streams and then I laid on my couch and I napped and I ate a little bit and rinse and repeat. I went for a couple walks. That was about it. With gerbils? No, oh no, let's not bring up the gerbils. No. Fill this thing up before I park it. Kevin, you ask too many questions to do my job. That's probably 100% true. All right, take this, put it away. I think we're gonna have to get the plow out next. I always got to go in first person driving through here because the trees completely block your view if you still do the overhead view. Yes, my tractor is dirty. I did wash it once. Matt's not in here to wash it for me, so I forget. And we'll take this and put it away. I love this truck. I found this truck on ModHub. This is like my favorite truck ever. I wanted a flatbed without a trailer, just, you know, straight body. This thing's like perfect. You can take these little fences off if you want to. I kind of like it better with them on though. Yeah, see, when you get above there, all you see is trees. That grass looks horrible. Yeah, I put a lawnmower in here. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Let's see. We need to do that button. Get out here. I had every intention of mowing the grass, but then I realized with the amount of land I own, it would take me like 6 hours just to mow the damn grass, and for what? Like, it wouldn't really benefit me any other than it would look pretty. Mom booked a campsite for her campers, offered for us to come up if we want to and spend some time with her. I have an arts and craft fair this Saturday of my vacation, but otherwise, I don't know. Want to go somewhere? No, I don't really like going places. Thanks for offering, though. I can't wash it? Why can't you wash it? I mean, you haven't been home in like a month. You couldn't come in here and play even if you wanted to. You've been working. Camping's so relaxing to me, something to decompress. I haven't been camping since I was a little kid. I used to enjoy it, but then I realized all the crap that I would have to buy nowadays just to go camping, it would cost me like $1,000. When I was a kid, me and my dad used to go camping all the time, and we owned all the stuff. He had it down to a science, how to pack it into his car, how to set up once we got there, etc., etc. But I don't have tents, I don't have grills, I don't have none of that crap anymore. It would cost me a lot of money. Yeah, this might take a minute. That's all right though. Needs done. Hook up trailer and good to go. Yeah, see, I don't have a trailer. I don't have a car capable of pulling a trailer, even if I did have a trailer. One thing I've never done is camper trailing. We always had just tents. We never had a camper. 300 plus the 20,000 camper. Yeah, all right, that's too much. Not to mention, doesn't that take the fun out of it? Isn't the whole point of camping to be outdoors? Trailers for cooking and sleeping, really? Yeah, but you're supposed to, like, cook on a grill or a campfire or something. The song was on Beavis and Butthead Do America. You got it! You must not have been here. This song came up, like a month or two ago on stream, and I said bonus points for the first person to tell me what movie the song was in, and I was completely met with silence. So you must not have been here that day. Sitting here, Amanda sounds familiar, I know. The older White Zombie stuff was the best. Not that I don't like Rob Zombie's newer-ish stuff, but the older White Zombie stuff was the best. Probably was here, just probably distracted. Well, this is true. You've been playing that same game for like 9,000 hours. Guys, I'm getting a warning. First ad break of the stream will start in about 25-ish seconds. It'll be 3 minutes long. So if you are not a sub, I will see you back in 3 minutes. If you are a sub, well, I ain't fucking going nowhere. Only 1,200 roughly. Well, you'll get there. You'll get there. Keep playing. You're not done yet.
Lizard.
Lizard. Oh, hold on. I'm sitting on my leg and it fell asleep. Oh, Jesus. I'm getting too old to sit like that. I keep reminding myself of that. For some reason, when I sit in this chair, I sit right on my leg, and then I don't realize until it's gone completely numb, and I try to stand up, and I fall flat on my face. And then my kid, who's usually on the couch, sits there and laughs at me. Is it all tingly? No, it's past the point of tingly. Tingly went away like 20 minutes ago. It's completely fucking numb now. Is that saying do more butter? I don't want to do the butter. What am I supposed to do with butter? I'll never beat my top record? No, what was that? What'd you say it was? Eve Online or something like that? Evian? I know you told me. One of them old RPG games. Be like, you'll be like this in 20 years. Yep. That's what I always tell them. Don't worry, fucker. You'll get old someday. EVE Online, approximately 15,000 hours. Yeah, that's a lifestyle at that point. How's Game of Thrones going? You still rewatching it? Oh, yeah. I'm about almost to the end of the first season. Forgot how good that show is. Tomorrow House of the Dragon comes back. See, I've never watched that. The way I do things, like if there's like a sequel, I don't know if that, what is that? Is that a sequel or a prequel or a sidebar or whatever the fuck it is? But It's been so long since I've watched the original. I want to go back and rewatch it all with fresh eyes, and then we'll get on to the other stuff. You read Fire and Blood, right? I don't remember. I read the main 5 books in that series. I don't know if there were others that I missed. It's its own story, really. Yeah. I probably didn't read that one. And truth be told, I mean, to sit here and say, yeah, I've read the books. I have, but it's been, shit, 15, 20 years since I read them. So to say that I remember them, that's, you know, I'm lucky I can remember my name most days, let alone something I read 15, 20 years ago. Specifically about the Targaryen Civil War. Yeah, that I definitely didn't read that because I don't remember anything about that. Been 12-ish since the last boom in the series? Yeah. I mean, that dude just... First of all, how is he still alive? He's like 173 years old, but also he's never, ever, ever going to finish those books. Ever. He seems like he's completely stopped writing and just given up. Like, I can remember that being a thing over a decade ago. When's he going to come out with the next book? When he's going to finally wrap up the series? And it's just, it's not happening. It's not happening. Just accept that. He's going to die before it ends. And then maybe somebody will cobble together his notes and try to finish it after he's dead, but it won't be as good.
Wacky
You'll never
Pie
get one's a winner
007
now.
subscribed to your channel for 11
Wacky
months.
Pie with the 11-month resub. Welcome in, buddy. How's it going? How are you on this fine, what is today? Saturday? Saturday evening? Someone will get AI to write it? Oh, I hope they don't do that. Hopefully they get someone that's like an actual writer. But either way, it won't be as good. If you need any proof of that, just look at the final season of Game of Thrones compared to the first, however many, what were there, 8 seasons, I think, 7 seasons. Like, that show was a masterpiece until they ran out of material and actually had to write for themselves, and then it just went. They'll cheap out to maximize profit. True. J.K. Rowling's? What about J.K. Rowling's? I'm not talking about J.K. Rowling's. What did she write? That was the, what, Harry Potter, wasn't it? I'm talking about George R.R. Martin that did Game of Thrones. A Song of Ice and Fire.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit of...
All right, who gave Jenny bits? Mav, take them away from her. Stupid kitties. Thank you for the bits. Jesus. Rumor is that George R. R. Martin won't finish the books because they won the same way the show did, and he's scared of the backlash. Well, yeah, he kind of dug himself into a corner there. Like, he had years to figure it out. He was supposed to have that done before they got there, and he didn't, and he let them take it over, and they ruined it, and now he doesn't know what the hell to do. Yeah, that's probably a very real thing. Ah, Jesus Christ. Danny, you told me you didn't have any bits. She owes me 600. Yeah. Wait, 600 what? $600? 600 bits. Either way, you can have them. Take them away from her. God, what did I miss here? Tangia, it's too late. She's only one person that might make it good. I don't know that I'd agree with that, but Maybe. Got Gary requesting some more Aussie. Okay, that's that. Yep. She has me 600. Winds of Winter will be done by season 5, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, I remember them saying that. Like, they were pushing him to finish the book so they could like, he was supposed to catch up with the series, and the series caught up with him. And, yeah. Pulled 600 from joint account because Verizon wanted monies, and it won't let him onto the app anymore. Oh, nice. Yeah. I would say you owe him some money then. Dollars. $600 for Verizon for what? There's only 2 of you. That's a lot of money to pay for phones. Didn't pull when it's supposed to last month, apparently. Oh, that happens, yeah. Cat is fucking giant. Jesus Christ, he covers the entire screen. He's huge. Build mode in Farm Sim is broken for some reason. Can't figure out the problem. What do you mean it's broken? What's it doing? Just doesn't let you build?
I'm sexy and I know it.
That kind of clashes with Aussie. Hold on. All right. Have you found all the kitties now, Jenny? Won't let me place or sell buildings? Like at all? That's weird. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dancing Cat stream, courtesy of Lady Mara Jade 13. Yeah, Welch, my only suggestions for that would be number 1. Okay, I didn't need this tractor. Do you own the land that you're trying to do it on? If it's a modded map, it might be something weird with that, but other than that, who knows? Farm Sim being Farm Sim. Like, those are the most basic solutions. Like, depending on the map, sometimes it won't let you sell certain buildings. Some maps will let you sell everything. Some won't let you get rid of certain things. Like, I'll give you... Here, hold on. Let me, hold on. I don't have flight mode turned on. Night mode on. Let's look. So, over here... Let's fly all the way to the other side of the map here. We'll see how good everybody's memory is if you were in the stream before. So this used to be 3 tiny chicken coops. I deleted them all, and it had like little decorations and stuff around it. I sold the 3 tiny chicken coops and built this big ass chicken coop here. It's got little chickies in it. See, hi little chickens. That'll hold 700, but it had little like decorations and stuff around it. I got rid of all of them except for this little hut here. It will not let me sell this little hut for whatever reason. It's like stuck in the map, so it's just there. I've got this little shed for whatever reason. Everything else it would let me get rid of. But yeah, I'm thinking once I get, I don't remember how much it costs, but I'm probably gonna do another one identical to this, like diagonal over here, and then we'll have 2 chicken coops here. Plus we got the base game one over here making some eggs. I don't think I really changed much else since the last time I streamed this. That was the only major change. And then back here at the starting farm, let's fly over the trees. I'm going to forget where the hell I am. I need to build a road through here. Like get rid of the, I don't know if that'll let me get rid of that guardrail, but I need to cut down these trees and build a road right through here. So this field back here, this used to be 2 fields. I owned one and didn't own the other, so I bought the second one and plowed them together and just made one big field. Got lots of barley growing there. And of course, this is the first field we started with. Haven't done anything with that. Really the only changes I've made since the last time I streamed this, though. Other than that, I've just been grinding along, doing contracts, trying to make money, selling stuff. This is the first real large field that I've bought so far. Just taking things one piece at a time. Hi, cool song. This is a great song, honestly. Pretty sure Vikings Nation put this one in, but I will never refuse some Aussie. It's on the playlist somewhere. He kicked it to the top. Hey, welcome in, bud. The song requests are on, guys. I think it's, what, 15 channel points, which is as low as it would let me make it. If you go into the redeems there, type it in. As long as it's an actual song, we'll let you play it. We had to make that caveat a month or 2 ago because we're not going to sit here and listen to Disney show tunes. We're not going to sit here and listen to the fucking ABC song. We're not going to listen to TikTok memes. We're not going to listen to actual music, guys. Actual music. If it's an actual real song that has been on the radio or on an album or performed by somebody, then we'll allow it. All the other stupid shit, no. Them's the rules. It seems stupid that I got to make those rules, but them's the rules. The Real Redbeard coming in with a hello, a hydrate, and an applause all at once. Are you applauding me for hydrating? Because I haven't even done it yet, but thank you. Thank you. $25, but yeah, I thought it was 15, but yeah, 25. Even so, it's not, you know. I made it as low as I can make it with it still being an actual button. Was that Ozzy's funeral procession in Birmingham? Wow. That's a core memory, dude. That's awesome. Now he's telling me to shut the fuck up. Make up your mind. Scrolling Facebook, I see a busted newspaper post with dude that got arrested early this morning. His shirt says, "I love small titties." To each their own, I guess. There's always one person who queues up like 10 show tunes back to back. Yep. This is why we have to put these rules out loud, so when that one person gets banned, he doesn't sit there and go, well, what did I do? We've made that very clear. What you're saying is you want me to request the whole Phantom of the Opera album. That's exactly what I'm not saying, Tom. To be fair, I guess that would be classified as actual music, so if you want to play like one song from it, I probably wouldn't tell you no. And I think after an hour, that would probably start to get extremely old to everybody. Pretty much the one musical I can watch. I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever watched an entire musical from front to back. I'm watching a show or a movie, I'm watching it for the plot, not for people singing. Like, I completely lose interest as soon as people start singing. Saw it a few times in New York too. Seeing it live would probably be different. I would admit that. That's probably different. I could request the same song 10 times and I could deny that same song 9 times. If you're going to make me do all that extra work, I'm probably going to ban you from being able to ever use it again. Been in a musical? I was too, actually. I didn't sing, but I was like a minor character in one in high school. It was a senior class play. Everybody had to participate, so I was a very, very minor character. Now, aside from that, my school also did like actual full production musicals. What they did one every year, the theater nerds, whatever. I was the pit band. Or the pit, not pit band, pit orchestra, they called it. That was my contribution. Like, I'm not going to get on stage. I'm definitely not going to sing, but I was very much a musician in high school. I got into any time that there was something musically that needed done, I was part of it. Got dragged into it. Yeah, like I said, the one that I was actually in was a senior class play. Everybody had to do something. I'm like, fine, give me a minor part. I don't even remember what it was called. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember what the play was called. But the character that I played was a guy called Mumbles. And that's literally what I did. I had no actual lines. I would just go out on stage and fucking mumble. Best part ever. Don't have to remember lines. Just walk out there and go blah, 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 blah. That's all I did. It was great. And they made me wear a mop on my head. I don't remember why. Happy Feet? Wasn't Happy Feet. Wish I could remember what it was. It was something I had never heard of before and probably have never seen since then, but... All right, that one we will definitely accept, Skylar. Thank you. Good economical use of points, as I'm pretty sure that song's like 7 or 8 minutes long. Okay, but no, we can't play it 10 times in a row. No. Oh, look at that. The bot's smart. This song is already in the queue. It won't let you do it. Ha 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 ha. I didn't know that bot was that smart. That's awesome. It was ragtime for me. I played a poor Irish immigrant, was a rich white guy, and did a full song and dance with my girlfriend as my partner. No speaking parts, but I did sing. Oh, that sounds horrible. Dang it. I was getting all ready to go and deny it and remove it from the playlist, and the bot didn't even put it on. He's like, nope. Good bot. Thank you, bot. I just never did it again. No. I will not sing in front of people. There are times, like in the shower or driving along in my car by myself with the windows up, you know, that I fancy myself a pretty damn good singer. But I guarantee you nobody else will ever hear it. Not gonna happen. Singing only when I'm drunk. Even then, like, we used to have karaoke down the bar all the time, and there was a few times that I caught myself with a few too many and sitting there thinking to myself, yeah, I can do this, but I never actually did it. Won't do solos, but in a group I'm okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I want to say 5th or 6th grade, I was part of like the choir and did that for like a year, and it wasn't too bad, but never went back to it. I'm in my yard with my earbuds in, jamming out loud. Haven't had a complaint from the neighbors yet. Yeah, I think that, like, because like I said, in the car is the worst for me. I'll crank the music up and be driving down the road, and a lot of times I'll get into it and start singing. And sometimes I will forget that I've got my windows open and that people can actually see and hear me as I'm like stuck at a red light or going through traffic or whatnot. And yeah, I'm sure I've probably been laughed at a few times, but never on purpose. Let's put it that way. I'd rather play an instrument. Yeah, me 100%. Like I played the trumpet from 3rd grade all the way through the end of high school. I was very good at it. I was involved in every kind of band you could possibly be involved in. Like if they needed musical accompaniment for something, sign me up. I was there. I got out of high school, kind of lost the trumpet, but I learned how to play the drums. I learned how to play the piano. Over the years, dabbled in several other instruments. Was never really great at a lot of them, but something I miss. Like I kind of got off of that as I got older. I keep telling myself, like, I'd love to just buy, like, I still have my drum. Well, my drum set's at my ex-wife's house, but I live in an apartment. It's not like I can set it up and play it here anyway. But I've thought about getting like a small keyboard or something that I could hook up just to see if I could remember. It's probably been 20 years since I've played one, but I miss that part of my life. I'd love to get back into it. They can't hear my music when the window's up. It isn't loud enough. This is true. This is very true. I was in choir from 6th to 12th grade. Yeah, I did it like 1 year. It was like 5th or 6th grade, and they put the sign-ups up the following year. I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. I'll stick with band. Tej with the 7 stream streak. Guys, Tej has been streaking for 7 whole streams. That's crazy. Your neighbors would kill you if you had the drums. I mean, to be fair, as loud as they are sometimes I feel like setting them up just to piss them off, but that'd be a lot of work hauling them all here and setting them all up and everything just to piss them off once and probably get the cops called on me and never do it again. You gotta understand, they've been in a closet for 25 years. I'm sure a lot of work would have to go into making them playable again. Big reason I sang it was cheaper than band or orchestra and we were broke. So the whole reason that I got into band is my great grandfather was a trumpet player all his life. He played in like, I'm trying to think, he was in like polka bands and stuff. Like he was always involved in something. He did like, shows like in the park and whatnot, or anytime there was a parade and they needed, like, he was part of some old veterans. He was in the army, so it was part of some old veterans band that would pop up to do like parades and shit from time to time. But he was huge into it. He was really, really, really good. And when I got old enough to join the elementary school band, I went to his house and told him about it. And he had like, 30 or 40 trumpets in his house, and he pulled one out. It was an older one because I would, you're not sure if it's going to take. You're not going to spend $2,000 on a kid that's going to play it for 3 months and give up. So he gave me an older one, taught me how to play it. Like I used to go to his house every week or so, sit there and take lessons with him. And I mean, he was strict. He would yell at me, "Don't do this," But I got good because of him. And really took to it. Well, after the first year, like I joined in 3rd grade, when I went back into it, when 4th grade came around, I told him, I said, yeah, I really like this. I'm going to sign up and keep doing it. He gave me a $2,000 silver trumpet that he just had. I assume he just had sitting there. I don't think he went out and bought it special for me, but it was beautiful. Great condition, polished, played really well. And I had that throughout my entire high school years. Core memory for sure. I played flute and piccolo in middle and high school. I can see that. It's amazing how we were all these uber talented people and when we were teenagers, and then we got old and stupid and we don't know how to do anything anymore. Trumpet's kind of hard to play, to be honest. It's not hard to play, it's hard to master for sure. There's a lot that goes into it, but I said when I was in school, that was all I wanted to do. Anytime I had, especially in my high school years, anytime I had any kind of spare time, time off classes, study halls, etc. So even a lot of lunches, I was into band room playing. I had a couple friends that would do it with me. We'd go down there and just tinker around. Now I'm a sack of shit. Yeah. What's my talent now? Here we are. Flute and clarinet are the easiest to play, I think. I don't know. I never tried either one, so I couldn't tell you. Like, I learned how to make noise come out of a flute at one point. Like, that was, honest to God, just learning that part is hard as hell. You gotta blow in a little hole, But to actually, like, play notes with the fingers and shit, I was never any good at woodwind instruments at all. Too many fingers. I say that having played the piano, but for some reason woodwind instruments were just too many fingers. I could never get the hang of them. We just work our lives away now? Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, like, I turned, 24, 25. I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week at Walmart, got married, had a couple kids. Like, you put those 3 things together and it just sucks your entire life away. And suddenly all the hobbies that you had as a teenager and in your early 20s and the things that you did for fun, it's like, you don't do it anymore and you eventually lose it. Now here I am in my 40s. Okay, I'm not married anymore. My kids are not completely grown, but grown enough to the point where they're not a full-time job like they were when they were babies. Don't work as much as I used to, but all those talents and hobbies are 20 years in the past. Could I get back into them now? Who knows, Like, I envy people that have hobbies. This is my hobby right here. Gaming, streaming, this is what I do. And I'm not particularly good at either one of them. It's just something to pass the time, It's also about your mouth shape and how much air you use. Yeah, like I said, I figured out how to make sound come out of a flute. That was about as far as I ever made with it. And that felt like a fucking accomplishment, because that's not as easy as it looks. Does women know how to... Jesus Christ, Tyler. I still sing with Just Around the House. I used to sing to the boys when they were babies. Yeah, I can see that. Singing around the house, around, people you're comfortable with, and singing in public are 2 completely different things. I used to sing when I worked at Walmart, but it was like that really loud, bad, obnoxious, off-key singing that's meant to purposely annoy people. And I would do it to, like, keep the demons away. When I was about to lose my shit and I started singing really, really, really loud, everybody knew to stay the hell away from me, because if you stop my singing, then the demons will creep in and I'm going to lose my shit. They knew this. They heard me singing, they walked the other way. Not because the singing was bad, because they knew. Don't interrupt it. I'll be shooting people in the face on Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, and that's a good hobby. You're actually pretty talented at that, though. So, I mean, at least you found a skill later in life. Shooting people in the face. A good skill to have. My hobby is walking around the house naked. Well, I really hope you keep that hobby to yourself and don't decide to take it public, Mav, because that'd just be bad for everybody. Yeah, like, oh shit, Booger needs a few minutes. Yeah. When I was running the night shift in that building, let's just say my emotions flew very close to the surface. I had stress issues that turned into anger issues, but I had a core group of people that had been with me for 10 years that knew that. And they knew when to stay the fuck away. They knew, honestly, some of them knew how to calm me down, but that was definitely one of my tells. Christmas carols. If I was singing Christmas carols, they ran for the hills because I fucking hate Christmas carols. Said if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, absolutely. Well, yeah, you got to shoot the zombies in the face. Shooting them in the arm doesn't do any damn good. So probably why his camera's always off. Let's hope. Yeah, Netflix to be free. Using my KitchenAid mixer for the first time. Nice. Those things are amazing. Like, those things are like, what, $400, but literally every cook worth their salt that I've ever known in my life has been like, yeah, you have to have one. It's definitely worth it. Got mine free from regular work. Nice. Free. Free is always good. For something that expensive, take free. Oh, guys, Intense isn't here. I need somebody to yell Linkin Park. It just doesn't seem right to listen to Linkin Park without somebody in the chat yelling Linkin Park. Thanks, Darkwolf. Appreciate it. Lincoln. No, you got to do it in all caps, Skylar. You did it wrong. You fucked it up. Do it again. The right way this time. All caps. Sarah has a Sunbeam mixer from her mom's. Fucker's like 40 years old. And I bet you it still works great, though. Those things were built to last. Lincoln Park. Is that... How did you get an upside down exclamation point in there? Yeah, they made appliances to last. I always think about, like, since I've been quote unquote an adult, aka living on my own with kids, etc., 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 I couldn't tell you the amount of vacuum cleaners I've gone through because they're such just cheap plastic garbage with the tubes and the belts, and they just, honest to God, you buy a vacuum cleaner nowadays, it lasts 6 months to a year and you have to buy a new one. I can remember when I was, this was 1990, so I'd have been 9 years old. We lived in a duplex. Me and my dad lived on one side. My aunt and uncle lived in the other apartment. It was a really cool setup. She had twins. Boy and a girl, she had twins. So I was over there a lot helping her because her husband was a truck driver. He was rarely home. But she vacuumed every fucking day. Those kids were so messy. She bought, it was like, I want to say it was like 455 something, maybe almost, might have been 700 now that I think about it. It was expensive.
Now make peace with your God, motherfucker! Cause you're seeing him right now! Get your ass back here! Yes!
Good Lord. I was in the middle of a story about a vacuum cleaner and suddenly there's a screaming peanut on my screen. Thank you, Denver. But yeah, she bought, this was in 1990. She bought a Kirby vacuum. I want to say it was at least $450. Big fucking, I mean, this thing probably weighed 75 pounds. It was fucking huge. I'm like, oh my God, you're spending that much money on a vacuum. And you know what? She still has it. She still has it. It still works incredibly well. Better than any vacuum I've ever owned. So if we're going to go back in time 36 years, I would like to take back my judgment of her buying that vacuum, because well worth the money. Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. Is it bad to have 3 slushy machines? What? Why are we talking about, why do you have slushy machines? I've never known anybody that's had 1 slushy machine, let alone 3. Holy hell. All right, between the screaming peanut and talking about a vacuum, I missed a lot of chat. I'll never buy a vacuum again. We have a Kirby now. So before I even finished that story, you pretty much said the same thing that I just said in a roundabout way. Yeah. What else did I miss? When I was 18, 19, I sold Kirby vacuums. Sounds like a fun job. I mean, they were built to last, that's for sure. Things old. My mom as well, things lasted back then. Hell yeah. Like I said, they still work. Made some damn good money back then, I bet. Being a door-to-door salesman was good money back in those days. You'd probably get shot nowadays, but they still weigh about 20 pounds, but now with all the attachments, it runs about 2,500. Yeah, inflation. If you can get 30 or 40 years out of it, might be worth it. Kids have a slushy machine. I have a spiked slushy machine and a twisted slushy machine. I'm going to go ahead and say that probably means you have a problem, Skylar. Because I know them things aren't cheap. If you spent that much money to have a spiked slushy machine in your house... Remember them things were extremely popular during COVID. Like, everybody was selling them to go, and everybody was just driving around drinking alcoholic slushies, you
Hello,
know.
motherfucker.
Peachy! What's going on, Peachy? How are you? Good to see you. Alright, so... Let me see. Let's take a look at this field. Let's analyze here. Where are we at? Field 18. So it is plowed. No weeds. Let's go into the precision farming. So we got the pH levels up where they need to be. It's got absolutely 0 nitrogen on it, though. So I guess the question is, my seeder's got fertilizer in it. Do I run the seeds first, or do I throw some fertilizer? I think I'm just going to run the seeds first. We're going to go ahead and drill it, and if it doesn't get enough nitrogen from that, we can come back next month and refertilize it again with regular fertilizer. Shot or kidnap? Yeah. That's not a job I would want those days. Sarah was hooked, line, and sinker. I would have said no, but no thanks, but I wasn't the one to answer the door. Like you said, when you realize how long it lasts, that money actually makes sense, because I've probably, over the years, spent that much money on cheap, crappy vacuums that break and you have to go out and buy another one a year later, so... It's shit that lasts, you know? Alright, I'm going to change this over to wheat. We're going to do some wheat in this field. Doing good, how are you? I'm doing well. Let's see. Oh god, no. No, no, no. We don't want... No AI. Stop it. Pressing the wrong damn buttons. Okay. This is the button we want to press. There we go. God, I need to buy a bigger seeder. This is going to take forever. 500-ish a piece. Yeah. Yeah, them things ain't cheap. We had one down the bar. I think we sold it for $500. Because after COVID, them things just like, everybody was buying them during COVID, and after COVID released for some reason, them things just died way off. Nobody was buying them anymore. I live in Texas. We can get alcohol delivered to our house. I don't need fancy machines. So, yeah, some states allow that and some don't. I live in Pennsylvania, but I live right on the Ohio border. So, like, we can't get alcohol delivered here. Pennsylvania is one of the most backward states that exists as far as alcohol is concerned. But you guys know before I got this job that I was doing DoorDash a little bit just on the side just to kind of make ends meet or whatever until I found a job. And it would often, like, the zone for my hometown here overlaps with Ohio, so I'd often end up over there. And I'll never forget the first time I got an order for a fucking alcohol to, like, I had to stop at a convenience store and grab a case of beer and take it to some lady's house who was already drunk, mind you. But that was just like, that blew my mind. I didn't know that was a thing in Ohio. Like, you can't do that in Pennsylvania. You can't do anything here. Aren't there still dry counties in PA? I believe so. I don't live in one of them, but I believe there are somewhere. I know and they've come a long way over the last 10, 20 years or so, but our alcohol laws are still very, very, very backwards, you know? It's amazing. Yeah. There was this bit like on the app, the DoorDash screen, it was like, you cannot deliver to someone who appears to already be visibly intoxicated. And I got there and this lady was fucked out of her gourd. And I'm like, she tipped me $20, first of all. But I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, well, why? Like, she was drunk. She did the responsible thing and used her DoorDash app and paid a little bit of extra money so that I would bring the beer to her instead of getting in the car drunk and going on a beer run. I believe that's something that should be rewarded. That's responsible behavior, is it not? I'm like, fuck it, here. Like, this is telling me I shouldn't give it to you because I'm not supposed to serve visibly intoxicated people, which you clearly are, but also, you're in your house. Who am I to judge? Get as fucked up as you want. That's definitely responsible. Yeah, I mean, okay, I deny this lady her order. She gets all pissed off, gets in her car, drives to the store, and buys it herself. What favor am I doing society there? You know? I thought that was kind of a backwards rule. What did I miss here? So can I... Well, last because I'm the only one who uses it. Well, there's that too, yeah. Grandma has a light bulb that ran for 15 years, and now you're lucky if you can get it 30 days. Yeah. I've discovered the secret to light bulbs, and this isn't exactly great for the electricity bill, but if you want your light bulbs to last a long time, just leave them on. What kills them is turning them on and off. Like this one next to me, this little lamp that I've got on my desk here, it's been on for, what is this, June? Damn near 3 years now. It's been just constantly on, other than when the power goes out. And it's never burned out. It's holding strong. Sarah likes using a cheap 2-pound vacuum from Walmart. That's what I like using too. I like the little cheapo. I'm that way with, like, I'm sitting here saying you should buy appliances that last, or I am the king of cheap appliances. I do that with vacuums. I do that with coffee pots. I do that with microwaves. Like, I buy them as cheap as humanly possible. And then when they inevitably break or just get so fucking dirty I don't want to clean them again, I just throw them away and go buy another one for $20, you know? Disposable stuff. I'm not good at taking my own advice. Let's put it that way. 5 streaking. Just Peachy on a 5-stream streak. That's a lot of streaking peaches. Thank you, Peachy. Have a Bissell vacuum. Those were good too. I just got LED bulbs. I have some. I think I have a box of those in the kitchen. Like anything I replace usually goes LED, but I just got a notice from my electric company in the mail scolding me because apparently, compared to homes of a similar size, I used 75% more electricity last summer just by the air conditioning, by cooling my home. And I'm like, that's great to know. And also, I paid for every bit of it, so I'm going to continue to do that. Thank you. And I threw it in the trash. Been like 4 years since I've replaced a bulb. Nice. Yeah, those things do last. How you doing tonight, Booker? I am doing wonderful. How are you doing, Wacky? Good to see everybody in here. I know I haven't streamed for a while, guys. I don't know. Like, all of last weekend, I did not intend to take, like, an entire weekend off. I just, next thing I knew, it was, like, 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and I was sitting here and, like, damn, I didn't stream at all. What happened? I don't know what happened. I just never felt like it, I guess. I don't get to do this much. I could do it more than I do. I'm just lazy, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy these conversations, hanging out with all you guys. Try that here too. Our electric company always tries to get us to raise the temperature on our thermostat for the AC, and I always tell, yep, that's what it said. It's like, well, you can turn it off when you're not home, or buy a smart thermostat that lowers and raises the. I'm like, no, I want to keep my house at 72 degrees. Winter and summer, don't matter. 72 degrees. That's the temperature that my house is going to be. If my house is hotter than 72 degrees, I turn on the air. If my house is colder than 72 degrees, I turn on the heat. There's been times I've ran them both in the same day. It is what it is. I'm not changing it. I pay for it. I pay the bills. It's not a big house, so it's not like it's uber expensive. Pretty much you pay for it. Exactly. You pay for it, right? The ideal temperature is 78 is what they say. No, that's way too hot. It's way too hot to be comfortable. It's more efficient to keep the same temperature than, well, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, I turned my air off right now, leave it off for a few hours, the house goes up to 80 degrees, then I turn it back on, and suddenly the thing's working hard as hell to try to get back down to 72. No, I'd rather just maintain. That, to me, seems more energy efficient. Maybe I'm completely wrong, I don't know these things, but in my old brain, that seems logical. It's easier to maintain it than it is to try to get there, you know? We roll 75 in the summer and 68 in the winter. That's not too bad. 68 in the winter for me would just be a little too cold. Like I said, I generally keep it around 72. 70 would be okay. And I know what everybody says, well, it's cold outside, so you should wear, you know, long pants and a hoodie and socks and slippers and a hat. No, fuck that. When I'm in my house, I wear a t-shirt and shorts. That's it. I don't want to wear socks. I don't want to wear slippers. I don't want to wear pants. I hate hoodies. I feel everybody thinks hoodies are so comfortable. I think they are so just not comfortable. Like it's more comfortable than wearing a coat, for sure, if you have to because it's cold, but I don't want to wear one all the time. People just wear them around the house like they're cozy. If you think it's cozy, good for you. I don't want to wear one. I'm going to keep my heat on so I don't have to wear one. There's stuff set at 73 in the summer and 69 in the winter. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a pretty good good ratio there. I would take that. I'd run for 15, 20 minutes at a time, then run for 6 hours straight. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's probably what would kill it. Shorts and t-shirts all the time. Yep. Like, I've literally been sitting here in the wintertime with the heat set at like 68, 70, and let's be honest, that's cozy. But if I'm sitting here not doing anything, and my feet start getting a little cold, I've got two choices. I could put on socks, or I could turn the heat up. Guess which one I'm choosing every time. Our bedroom stays freezing, so I always wear a long sleeve shirt when we're home. Yeah, see, I wouldn't like that. I never want a reason to wear any more clothing than I have to. I'll wear shorts and a t-shirt in the winter. The cold doesn't bother me. Well, yeah, but you're fucking Canadian. You're built a little bit different too. I could do that when I was younger. The older I get, the more I hate the cold. More I keep thinking myself, I've got to get the hell out of this climate and go south because I cannot stand the cold. Especially when you're running central AC and heat, having a system running for hours at a time. No, it isn't. More often it's on the more, I have to clean and replace filters. Pretty much changing my filter every 6 months or so. When I switch from one to the other, if I switch from the heat to the AC because the seasons are changing, I usually go downstairs and check it. I had to do that a lot more.
That's what I
when
appreciate about you.
When I had 4 cats in the house at all times, we had to change that filter about every 3 months. But here I've only got I got a part-time dog that's here half the week that's about that fucking big, so. And she doesn't really shed, so it's not bad at all. Same for us, living in the desert, all that dirt gets sucked into the filters. Oh yeah, I bet. Nothing like a bunch of sand in the air. I check every 3 months for cats. Yeah, if you got cats in the house, you got to change it more often. If you've got big shedding dogs, you got to change it more often. Is that all I've got in this house is a part-time dog that does not really shed that much at all. She's a tiny little thing, not long hair, so. You have a filter you can vacuum and reuse. Nice. Mine just is them standard disposable ones they sell at Walmart. 16 by 25 or whatever the hell the measurement is. It's one of those things I actually wrote down the measurement and stuck it in my wallet. Because inevitably, that's one of those things that you always say, oh, I need a furnace filter. And then you get to the store and you get in the aisle, fuck, what size do I need? So you come home and you look at the size, but then by the time you get back to the store, you forget you need it. Back and forth to the store 10 times before you actually get one. So I wrote down the measurements and stuck it in my wallet with all my other important numbers. 16 by 25 by 1. Yes, I remember it now. After going back and forth to the store 17 times because I couldn't fucking remember it. Yeah. If I want sand, I'll go to the beach. That makes sense. The desert has its charms. There's no humidity out there, so that's a good thing. I remember being out in like Arizona, Las Vegas, those areas out there, and we'd walk outside and they'd be like, yeah, it's 108 degrees outside right now. And be like, okay, it feels hot, but it doesn't feel like 108 degrees because I grew up in Pennsylvania where 100 degrees would also be 100% humidity and you'd be dripping from your ball sack the entire day. And, oh God, I ran out of seeds. Oh shit. Off. All right. Well, I guess I got to get seeds. I really didn't think this thing would take that many. Oh no, I ran out of fertilizer. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to do this. We're going to get the truck. We're going to just bring a whole trailer load of fertilizer up here because I'm sure I'm going to need more. I'll pack some seeds in it too. I know my debit card number by heart. Can't remember anything else though. I know my debit card number by heart. You know what I can't remember? Is that little 3-digit security code. I forget that every single time and have to pull it out of my damn wallet. I don't know why that is so fucking hard to remember. Let's see. I think I got some seeds in here. Let's see. Mineral feed, herbicide, seeds. Yeah, well, we'll take these 2 pallets of seeds. Oh God, they're freaking out. Arizona's fucking brutal. Yeah, but I'm like the dry heat. I don't know. Like just walking outside, you know, wouldn't want to live there, wouldn't want to spend a lot of time out there, but just casually walking outside in Arizona when it's 100 degrees versus here when it's 85, 90, it's not as bad. Like that dry heat just doesn't hit you like the humidity does. It's still hot, don't get me wrong. It'll still burn the shit out of you, but just doesn't seem as bad without the humidity, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 2 full loads of this. Fill the fucking truck up, why not? We'll use it. If we don't use it now, we'll use it somewhere else. Oh god. Jesus. Camera freaked out. The damn CVC code, right? Church just dripping wet. Hit or miss, depends how well the numbers flow. Yeah, for sure. Usually hard to remember. Dry heat's easier to deal with. Yeah, yep. Like I said, that's not to say that it's comfortable. I mean, I can remember walking down the Vegas Strip when it was 108 degrees outside and there was no shade or anything. And yeah, it's hot. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking hot. But, oh god. You know, I really need to fix this road so the truck doesn't lean to the left when I drive down here. Alright, let's see. Oh god. Oh god. No. That way. And on your wheels. Good enough. That'll work. I think. You get this, drive this truck through there loaded up. It's not exactly stable. Of course, I did increase the load well beyond what it's safely rated for, so it's probably a bit top heavy. That's my fault. It's fine. We made it. Every farmer can just pick up a fully loaded truck and flip it on its side, right? That's normal. It's like 50% humidity in our house the other day because it rained and I was fucking dying. It's usually around 20% humidity. Yeah. Normally around 80% here. That's not even when it's raining. That's just a normal day. When it's raining, it gets up to 100%. 90 with 100% humidity when you can't breathe and sweat, not doing anything isn't fun. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, it was like that at work the other day. I was just like, I was literally just sitting in my office, which is air conditioned, by the way. The air conditioning doesn't work very well in there, but my office is air conditioned. I was just sitting there and like just sweat dripping off my forehead for no reason. I wasn't doing anything strenuous. I was doing paperwork. And I'm like, this is stupid. Like, why am I sweating sitting here? This is the dumbest thing in the world. Or after it storms? Yeah. When it gets hot and humid like that and you see rain on the horizon, it's either a really, really good thing or a really, really bad thing. Because sometimes if it rains good, long, and hard enough, it'll cool everything down and it's like sweet, sweet relief. But then sometimes in the summertime when it's like 90 degrees outside, you get those storms that last like 5 minutes, gets everything really wet, and then the sun comes out and bakes it. Well, what is baking water if not more humidity? Like, ugh. %110% humidity and 40 C. I don't know what a C is, but that sounds hot. Next time we rent a supercar to enjoy cruising the canyons. Wait, what? Just being shit-faced at 10 a.m. and watching all the other drunks? Oh, you're talking about Vegas. I've been to Vegas. I've never actually really truly experienced Vegas because I was fucking 13 when I went there. So it was all very guided. You can go here, but you can't go there, and you have to keep walking when you go here, and et cetera, et cetera. Like it was very, very controlled. There was so much I wasn't allowed to do. I was allowed to walk through the casinos, but I could not stop. Like you have to that was the rule. You could walk through, but you had to keep moving. You were not allowed to stop, not even to look at something. Love that he already knows it was Vegas. Well, yeah, because the time means nothing out there. Drunk at 10 a.m. Who cares? Time means literally nothing in that town. If I was to get drunk at 10 a.m. here, everybody would look at me funny, but out there, it's just normal. Mustang be nicer, would rumble off the canyons. You have to experience it. It's fun for 3 days max. Well, yeah, after 3 days, you'd run out of money. Not to mention, it's one of those, like, not sleeping it catches up to you after about 3 days, so. At night, we sat in a casino and pretended to play the slots so we could drink for free. Yeah, that works pretty much at any casino, by the way. I went to the one in West Virginia with some buddies a couple years ago, and they have penny slots down there. And I literally, like, I was playing for real for a little bit. Like, even with, you know, so-called penny slots, it's not actually a penny because you can multiply it and, you know, you get up to like $1 or something like that. But at some point, I wasn't winning. And I'm like, I don't really want to do this. But as I was playing, yeah, a waitress kept coming by and giving me free drinks. And I'm like, I kind of just want to drink and not play this game. But also, if they're going to be free as long as I sit here, I'm cool with it. So I literally took the thing down to the one multiplier and was playing a penny per spin. I sat there for 3 hours, got shit-faced out of my brain, and spent $5. It was great. 3 days later, you're hungover and broke. Yeah, exactly. They want you to spend money there. Yeah. And usually it works. Some people can outsmart the system. At a penny a spin, it takes a long time to go broke. I was playing slow, too. I'd press the button and I'd watch it spin. I'd look around at other people, you know. Look for the waitress. Hey, can you bring me another beer? Drank like $200 in booze. Yeah. Maybe not that much. I was just drinking beers. I'm a very cheap drunk. I don't really like hard liquor that much. I'll sit there and drink 10 Miller Lights and be happy. We went in August, so it was hot as fuck. Oh, Jesus God. Half naked is fine. In Vegas is, yeah. I don't think Vegas really has laws about the, you know, what do they call that? You could probably walk down the street naked in Vegas and nobody would say a word to you. Why would they? The same way, I'd rather drink beer. Yeah, that's how I've always been. You can get a hooker too. This is true. The hookers in Vegas, even though I was 13, they got me in trouble. That's a long, long story. And AIDS. I don't think AIDS is really still the big deal that it used to be. I haven't heard as much about it since like the 90s. Some things worse. Well, yeah. Things we don't want to talk about. Syphilis is pretty bad still. I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff. Don't really have much reason to worry about it. Well, Not really as bad as a lot lizard. I've never had that particular issue. I'm not a truck driver. Neither do I. No. You couldn't get in trouble if you wanted to. Your wife rides around in the truck with you 24 hours a day. Where could you possibly find time to get yourself in trouble, Sky? I could finally say hi to you. Why couldn't you say hi before? Fucking rude, man. Come in here and just go streaking and don't even say nothing. Oh, now I can say hi. You could have said hi before. I was busy. I call bullshit. You weren't busy.
Motherfucker.
Hi, Tej. How are you? How was your stream? I was lurking on you pretty much the whole time. A few times I forgot I was lurking. I forgot to drop the pudding fart on Sheppy today too. I'm slacking on that department. I clicked the thing and I shoved foods in my face hole. That makes sense. That makes sense. No, I get it. After stream, you want to run and do things. Especially your stream was like, what, 4 hours long? Yeah. You gotta pee, you gotta eat, take a nap, all the things. We needed the farts that made us not find a thingy we needed. See, I should have been there. I should have done it. I gotta get better at remembering to do these things. I did New York. She banged on the door, and when she saw me, she left. Wait, what? What were you doing with Lot Lizard, Skylar? I gotta know. Death Chaser, what's up, buddy? I saw that pop up. What am I listening to? Mastodon. Anybody here like a huge Mastodon fan and be offended if I skip this? Because I am not. Next. What's next? Monomarth, we'll take that. They want a man and I wasn't that. Well, that makes sense. I'm never offended. This is why we get along so good, Denver. We can say all the offensive shit to one another and... I can't be friends with people that are offended by things. It just doesn't end up working out because I end up offending them at some point and then they don't want to be my friend anymore, so... I'm a truck driver, I've heard it all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are two types of people in the world. There are the types of people that are offended by literally everything that, let's be honest, words are just words. Denver told everybody she was going to shoot him in the face earlier. That doesn't mean she's actually going to do it. You don't have to be offended by that. She's talking about Fortnite.
H2O.
Some people might be offended by that.
It really sucks.
Not. Can't hurt my feelings, but I give right back. Exactly. Or am I? I mean, you might. I don't know you. You might be going around actually shooting people in the face. Probably not something we should talk about in a public forum. I mean, there's 16 people in this stream right now, and I don't claim to know all of them. Might want to keep that to yourself, Denver. She's from Texas? Yeah, she's from Texas. This is true. She is from Texas. Thank you for the hydrate, Tej. It's getting close to empty. I'm going to have to get up soon. She might like to hear the pew pew go boom. She might. She might. Not yet, but I've wanted to put some people in a ditch. Well, yeah, if you're on the road for more than an hour, that's a normal thing. I thank my lucky stars every day that I live in a small town. Like, we have traffic here, but it's nothing like traffic in big cities and whatnot. Like, I get pissed off at the traffic here, and then I have to remind myself, oh wait, I live in a small town. This isn't really that bad. People are stupid. Freeways suck. Freeways don't bother me as long as freeways are freewaying. When you get stopped in the middle of a freeway because of stupid traffic, like the last time I was in Georgia, it took us over 3 hours to get from the north side of Atlanta to the Georgia, was it Tennessee or Kentucky? I don't remember which state comes first. To the border, whatever state borders the top of Georgia. Took us over 3 hours to get from Atlanta to the border. I know it doesn't really take that long. Cruising along at 20 miles an hour on a 6-lane highway. I've never seen anything so dumb in my life. Wish I lived in a small town. I need a population of no more than like 4,000 people. The town I'm in is like maybe 15, 20,000, but that's, you know, that's the whole county too, so it's not too bad. Booger, I news hymns. He news hymns? He news hymns. Hold on. Wait. Hey, Michael. Hey, buddy. Atlanta's a fucking cesspool. I've only been there like 3 or 4 times, and every single time I've gone there, I've gotten stuck in some sort of traffic somewhere. That's what he said. 4,000, fuck the noise, 500 or less. My problem is I like having a little bit of civilization. I like having a Walmart in town. I like being able to go to the fast food restaurants and have basic services and whatnot. Not have to drive 20 miles out of my way to get somewhere. So honestly, the area that I live in is perfect. Like it's got all the things, and it's not really it's not overly populated, but it's not like Stickville either, you know. Walmart's 6 hours away from me. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to. If I need something, I can be at Walmart in 5 minutes. I like that. I wouldn't want to live right next door to the Walmart, but I like that I can be there in like 5 minutes. 3 hours to a grocery store. So that's like an event for you. Like I think about that all the time. Like where was I? There was somewhere we were just, oh my God, did I run out of fertilizer again? This thing is like just sucking it up. All right, well, let's go over here, fill her back up. I remember thinking that like these people probably like, it's like a Sunday event to them to go to Walmart or Sam's Club or whatever, you know, 3-hour drive each way. They probably pack the car full and do it once a month. I don't know that I could be that organized and plan my groceries for a month. I'm not that skilled. I need the ability to go shopping once a week, you know? I go once a month and buy for a month. I hate people. I mean, that makes sense. Like not having to go out and people is definitely a nice part of that, but I see family once a year. Honestly, same. And my family lives about 45 minutes from me. We just don't get together that often. Either somebody's busy or we don't want to make the drive or just forget. I couldn't live in a city. Like I said, a big city, absolutely not. Like even, you know, I know Pittsburgh's the closest city to me. And I know it's not big by major city standards compared to like, you know, New York, LA, Atlanta, those big cities, but couldn't do it. I couldn't. I don't know how people like it's nice to visit once in a while, but I couldn't deal with that day in and day out. I don't know how people live with that many people around all the time. Drive way too fast, sit in traffic for 3 hours a day. Yeah. Traffic aside, I mean, they're all on top of one another. That's just, it's too close. There's too many weird people out there. I don't want to be that close to any of them. I just realized I don't have... Where is it? Crop sensor. Yeah, okay. We're supposed to be... This just thing's just throwing fertilizer down whether I want it to or not. So I think I forgot to turn the crop sensor on. That's probably why it's going through it so fast. Driving New York State, and that's enough bullshit in a week. Still doesn't seem to be... I don't know what it's doing. Whatever, I mean, it's working. We're getting... Let's see. Yeah, see, we're getting good nitrogen values. Trying to see. 140 out of 140, perfect. Yeah, it's doing it exactly how I want it to do it, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Look at that. That little part of the field will do 125%. Part to do 100. This one's bad soil, so it only does 80. Why is that lighter? And it still says perfect, though. We'll take it. That's why I never want to overroad trucker. I don't have enough patience for that. Yeah, I'm kind of half and half on that. I think getting out on the open road and just driving for hours at a time would be fun. Getting to see new places, etc., etc. It's the stops that would suck. You gotta get in and, you know, get into these smaller roads that aren't built for trucks. The trying to find the place that you gotta go, get into the dock, back into these little tiny places that aren't built for it. Like, I think I would lose my shit. I don't have the patience to deal with people out here. Like I said, just the open road, you know, driving from, you don't know where you're going tomorrow. We're going to see a new town. We're going to drive 1,000 miles that direction. I think that part I would like. It's all the in-between shit. The stops, the, you know, even just finding the truck stops, finding a place to park at night, dealing with all those rules about sleeping and all that. I think I would hate that. Sites are awesome. I've seen places and things most people won't ever see. Yeah, see, I would love that part of it. I think anytime I take a road trip to somewhere, I think to myself, man, I should become a truck driver because I do love this. I love getting out on the open road and just seeing things. I really do. It's just, it's all the other bullshit. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. USA feels like the cities are way too close together. It depends on what part of it you're in. East Coast? Yeah, for sure. Further west you get, the more space there is. Canada up north, it's clear outside of the big... Well, Canada, northern Canada, there's literally nothing up there. Mining towns and shit. So, yeah, that makes sense. If that's what you're used to, everything would seem overpopulated. The blast when I used to go in my dad's semi as a kid. Yeah, my uncle was a truck driver. I went with him a few times and I loved it. It was great. Being up all high, you can see down inside the cars, you know. Some parts of the U.S., the South is nothing but space. Yeah. Yep. 300 miles between mining towns. Yeah. Yeah, Canada's different. They say like 80% of Canada lives within an hour of the USA border. And then up north, it's just space, you know? Probably where my love of boobs came from. I mean, that could have come from a lot of places, or just, it's just natural. Guys love boobs. Girls love boobs. Everybody loves boobs. %85 of the, yeah, okay, I was close. I said 80. 85% of the population is 100 miles or closer. That's insane, because Canada's such a huge country and all the population's like right there, you know? I saw a lot of them in those years. It could have come from Channel 99 on cable when we were kids, the Scrambled Porn channel. Yeah, I remember those. I remember trying to watch the late night skin flicks on Showtime that we didn't get, but you know, if you turned the channel just the right way, you'd kind of like see between the squiggly lines and, ooh, it's a nipple. Yeah, yeah. Those were different days. Literally Bush north of Superior. I like Bush. I think the next thing on the list of things to buy when I get some money is going to be a bigger planner. This thing just doesn't do it and feels this big. This is taking forever. To be fair, I'm yapping so much I'm kind of forgetting what I'm doing, but also it's raining. Look at that. I didn't even realize it's raining. Are you allowed to plant in the rain? I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I seen a wiener. 44 million overall, so like 38 millions with 100 miles. That's insane. That being said, I would not want to live in northern Canada. It's like stupid cold up there. Fine, that's what farmers go through. Yeah, I think about that a lot. Like, okay, I'm bitching because I've got this tiny little planter and I have this big ass field, and this is taking me like, what, an hour, hour and a half maybe to plant this. Honestly, the game's sped up. In real life, this would take you the better part of a day. You know? Maybe longer than a day. But I guess at the end of the day, it is a game, you know? As much as I think farming would be fun, I think I'd fall asleep doing this for an entire day. I live like 9 hours from the border, so you're way up there. Didn't have cable then? A day or more? Yeah, that makes sense. I said I've never done it, but I've talked to some farmers and I've seen it on TV. Forgive me, just clearing Discord alerts. I can't stand looking at the little numbers, even though I know they're not actually for me. I can't have them on my screen or it's going to drive me insane. Okay, all done. Saskatchewan, they take weeks to harvest their fields. I looked at a mining job in Canada, but realized how cold it gets up there in the winter. Yeah, fuck that. There's no way. There's no way. I've literally never in my life worked a job that was primarily outdoors, let alone somewhere in a climate like that. Like, I wouldn't survive. I'm too soft for that shit. I'm sorry. I'll admit it right off the bat. I am soft. I would not make it. I think I live as far into the country as I could handle. That makes sense. I don't know how Matt does it. I think in his case, it's variety. Like every time I talk to him, he seems to be doing something different. Like he's not always doing the same thing. But yeah, it's every day, constantly. Like from what I gather from him, he spends more time in a truck than he does in a tractor, hauling stuff from here to there. Average 500 acres from Texas makes sense. Yeah, for sure. We dropped the 90C without the wind chill. Fuck, that's not even humane. Human beings are not meant to take that kind of cold at all. I used to think that all the time. Like, I used to really, really like watching Ice Road Truckers. And I would think about that all the time on that show when they would, they would show the temperature. It's like, negative 1,000 degrees outside. And these guys are just standing outside with no hat on, snot's frozen into their beards and shit. And I'm like, who would choose to live like that? That's just, gross. 15 minutes from Walmart, but I have a convenience store like a minute away. Yep. That's about the perfect setup there. If you really, really, really need something, you can just go, I have a convenience store literally 2 buildings away from me. I can walk there if I need something. They've just expanded their hours. They're open like in the middle of the night and shit, so. A little more expensive, but if you need something right now and don't want to go to an actual store, it's very handy to have. I've utilized it several times. Coldest I've dealt with was negative 21, and it was rough helping unload the trailer. Yeah, I bet. I would not be outdoors in something like that. That's insanity. The good news is with this field, the further to the right we get, the smaller it gets. It's like triangular. So we're well over halfway done. Just like the hard part's done here. We just got this red part to do. I've unloaded 2x4s at negative 60C. Jesus God. And they're just chilling outside, right? Yeah. Like I said, the people that are used to that and do it all the time, it doesn't seem to affect them. I'm sure Skylar's probably one of those people. More power to you. Nope, I don't want no part of it. Hips could cut ice at that temperature. Jesus Christ. I just realized I got this game running at double speed. That's why it's getting dark so fast. I got time running too fast. Might have to turn the lights on the tractor. It's getting to be nighttime. Look at that. Being the north and unloading and a polar bear comes to try to help you. They're nice. They're friendly. Just give him a little boop on the nose. He'll go away. I doubt that would actually work. Don't take advice from me, but Run back to the cab because I ain't playing with it. Why not? Oh God. Yep. Empty again. Good Lord, I've had to fill this thing like 4 times. Fill it up, fill it up. Oh God. Hit the truck. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Stuck. I'm stuck. think I know how to drive in this game by now. One thing I have noticed about this game is when it starts raining, the ruts in the field definitely get deeper when you're driving through the mud. I don't think it hurts anything, but... Alright, let me see. Is that thing? No, it's not on. Alright, turn it on. Oh god. Oh, hold on. Let's slow down here. Do it. Turn it on. Lower it down. Put it in the mud. There we go. Alright. Become a snack. I try to pet the polar bear and end up dying. Yeah, I mean, they're just cuddly little things. It'd be fine. Only bear that'll eat you. Black bear will run away. Yeah. Grizzly bears are usually curious and will walk away. I've only seen a bear in the wild once, and that was... He just kind of stood there and stared at me and just went about his business like he just didn't give a shit that I was there. Come to the conclusion I'm going to die because I tried to pet something I shouldn't have. Yes, but you'll die happy, right? You will die doing what you loved. That's all any of us can ask for. Polar bear would be like, I'm hungry. This tasty snack is yummy and have more. I've seen them all in the wild. Well, yeah, up there you would. My dad sent me videos. He had one on his porch a few weeks ago. It was, I don't even know, what, brown bear or black bear? I don't remember what kind of bear it was. Just a little guy. He wasn't that big, but he was getting into my dad's bird feeders. He caught him on his camera outside. His doorbell camera. Come right up on the porch. I've seen a wolf that was taller than me on his 4 legs. Jesus, yeah. That would scare me. Because you don't know what the hell they're going to do. I saw a black bear in Missouri. You're just standing off on the side of the road watching everything. Yeah, they could really give a shit about you unless you threaten them or scare them or something. Other than that, they give 2 shits about you being there. Just don't bug them, you know? Like when I was younger, I spent a lot more time in quote unquote nature than I do now, and that's something my dad and my grandpa always told me. He's like, if you run into anything, just they could give a shit about you. Just act calm. Act like they're not there. You go your way, they'll go their way. As long as you don't give them a reason to react, they usually won't. And that's true for most things you could find in the woods, whether it be, small critters, raccoons or whatever, and up to bears and shit. Even snakes, like if you don't bother them, they usually won't chase you. Now that depends on the kind of snake. The kind of snakes that we have up here usually won't bother you. Now you get around like rattlesnakes and shit, I'd probably be a little scared, but we don't have those up here. Problem is I'm 4 hours from a hospital. They'd have to send a helicopter for you. He was just hungry. Airlift's only way out. Yeah. I take those over an alligator or a snake. See, I have a good healthy fear of snakes. Even the little ones. Like I know logically they can't hurt me, but for some reason I hate anything without legs. Because I can't predict its movement. I don't know what it's going to do, and they freak me out. I can't handle snakes. If I ever find a raccoon, I'm stealing it. I come across a video earlier. I should have sent it to you. I forget what the hell, if it was on TikTok or where it was that I saw it. This lady, a fucking raccoon got stuck in the drain vent outside her house. And she called some guy from like Public Works Department or something to come over with like a crowbar to lift out the drain grate and free him. But the video was like 10 minutes long. And the whole time he's just sitting there and the guy, he was trying to stick a crowbar down into the grate, and he's just he's with his little paw. He's like, can I help? Can I help? He kept grabbing the screwdriver. He was so cute. And at the end, they showed like a smattering of videos. Apparently, that lady ended up taking the raccoon in and making it a pet. So they showed a bunch of videos of the raccoon in the house. I'm like, oh, I want one. I wish I would have thought to send you the video. It was great. It was like 10 minutes long. It was great. The whole thing. I sat there and watched it from front to back. Just the way that they can grip things with their little paws is just the cutest thing in the world. I'll send you one. I could have had one. We had a baby down at the bar for a while. We kept feeding it, and it got way, way friendly with us. He liked chicken wings. Send via FedEx. I don't think you can send a raccoon via FedEx. I don't think they would accept that. They'd hear the scratching on the package, you know.
That man should be arrested immediately.
I agree. Half dozen? Half dozen what? What are you talking about, half dozen? Pedro? Gotta have Pedro. I wonder if that raccoon's name was actually Pedro, or if somebody just set him to that song and we just decided his name was Pedro. These are the things I need to know in life. I bet his name's not actually even Pedro. Six Pedros? That'd be too many Pedros. Three for the truck and three for the house. There you go. I don't think you would be able to leave them at the house unsupervised when you're out in the truck. That would turn out very, very badly. 3 raccoons unsupervised in your house for 2 weeks. What do you think you would come back to? Never seen that before. Crop sensor requires daylight. Interesting. I'm gonna finish. Whether it needs daylight or not, I'm gonna finish, so. Turn here. I'll turn the headlights on. Can I just turn it off? Alt B. Okay, it's off. There we go. Was annoying. Just give cat food and you'll be good. No, they would destroy your fucking house. There wouldn't be a house. No, yeah, there wouldn't be a house left. They would destroy your fucking house. Absolutely. Great stream, man. Love the straight talking and love the soundtrack. Well, that's what you will get here. I don't bullshit anything. Welcome in, dude. Appreciate the words. Said that a time or two. It'll be fine. Raccoon's name is Ginger, originated in 2023 from a Russian TikToker, went viral when another TikToker paired the original video with the EMD Pedro remix in 2024. Well, there it is, guys. His name's not even Pedro. We've been lying to you this entire time. I want my money back. I feel completely misled by everybody who told me his name was Pedro. By that, I mean, nobody ever actually told me his name was Pedro. We just assumed his name was Pedro. Possibly might even be a girl raccoon. Actually, yeah, if the name is Ginger, it probably is a girl raccoon. Man, I feel like my entire world is crashing down around me. That's probably information I didn't need to know. Okay, we're still going to call him Pedro. They call that raccoon soulless Ginger? They might. They might. They put her with the Pedro song and made her dance just so she could pretend she actually had a soul. It's all coming to light now. All the lies that we've been fed is all coming to light. I'm going to see if I can get away with finishing this last little bit here without having to refill the thing again, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm going to try. It's dark outside. It's raining. I want this to be done so I can go to bed. Oh, shit. Oh, look who's awake.
Hello, motherfucker.
It's all coming
Hi,
together.
Dan. It is all coming together. Did you enjoy your Saturday afternoon nap, Dan?
H2O!
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
All right, this is going to be the last one, Tom. That wasn't even a full one. He's empty.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
I checked this and you were away, so I figured you passed out. Yeah, I did. I went and took a little, about 3:30. I went and laid down for like a couple hours. I only actually slept for like a half an hour. I was laying on the couch watching Game of Thrones. Almost at 2 years. Dan with the resub at tier 1 for 23 months. Holy shit. Yeah, it is almost at 2 years. I don't know.
Dang it, Dan1 subscribed to your channel for 23 months.
I'm going to have to look and see when my actual affiliate anniversary is. That usually pops up on my little Twitch dashboard, and I haven't seen it. But yeah, that's coming up very, very soon. That's crazy to think. I still feel like a very new streamer, like I have not been streaming that long, and to see subs rolling in that are damn near 2 years old is just insane to me. It doesn't feel like that long. No, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long. Fucking Dark Wolf's been streaming since like 1986. But for me, it's a long time. Dark Wolf Dad started a new hype train. Choo-choo. Yeah, you sent a Tangia and Dan sent a sub, and those two powers combined started off a hype train. Good job, guys. 1986. Okay, maybe exaggerating a little bit. Maybe it was 87 when he started. I'm not real sure, but I just know he's been doing it for a very long time. It wasn't even a sperm in 86. When did you start streaming? It's been like, what, 7, 8 years for you? At least? I know you're one of the longest tenured people that I know in the streaming space. Originally 2017, so yeah, that's 9 years ago, yeah. Oh man, I got 37 liters of fertilizer left. I am going to run out before I finish this little teeny tiny slice that I've got to do here. That is so depressing. I'm still going to try. I got 2 rows to do. And 1 row smaller than the other row. Can we make it? Stopped for a while. Was talked back into it in 2022. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, my first stream was probably over 3 years ago. I did it for a little while, and then I took I quit it for like 6 months. The first time I streamed, I never even hit affiliate. I just kind of screwed around with it. And then when I came back to it, that was when I hit it. Like I said, it was after 6 months of hiatus. I decided to give it another try, hit the affiliate, and been doing it ever since. But I made it with 6 liters left. 6 lonely little liters of fertilizer left in the machine. Well, it's completely full now. Let's go put it away. Get it in out of the rain. Oh, Jesus. Fuck, who was that? I'm just going to ban Jenny. I think that's the play here. I think we just need to ban Jenny. Hate you. Hi again. Hi! Bitch. Streaming, what is that? That's the thing that I'm kind of sort of badly doing right now. Where you play video games and people come in and watch you for what reason I know not. I think I got, oh yeah, we got floodlights on the farm. I don't need the headlights here. The cookies are snickerdoodles. That sounds good. Just don't tell Intense. I've still got nightmares of that clip of him licking the cookie. I'm pretty sure that was a snickerdoodle. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do here. We're going to unload this and reload it, and hopefully it loads a little bit flatter so we don't tip over on the way back to the farm. When I get back to the house, I'll post a pic. The clip was amazing. Yeah, it was creepy. It got way too many views, but it was also very extremely creepy. Whee! Oh god, oh god, oh god, tree! I hate this little part of it. I need to fix this. It is so hard to get in and out of the farm because all you can see is trees. The hype train has ended. We reached level 1 with 0%. Well, that's not even accurate. It says 72%, but close enough. See if I can unload this right into the garage here. Look at that. They already went right in there. Beautiful. All right. We got all that stuff to save. First stream when I started back up was August 19th, 2021. How do you look that up? I'd probably have to like go into the stats and just go all the way back to find when the first stream I actually did was. I want to say it was about 3 years ago, and then like I said, I took like 6 months off after doing it for a little while, and then kind of got into it for real after that. All right, so that's done. It's dark and it's raining. Let's go to bed. And the trolls came out from underneath it. Underneath what? Where are we at? I am out of water, guys, and I do need to stretch my legs for a little bit, so I do believe I'm going to walk away for a couple minutes here. Nothing going on. We'll figure out what's going on when I get back. I will be right back. Like I said, fill the water, stretch your legs a little bit. I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to kick off an ad break while I'm gone so that it doesn't run after I get back. I will be right back, guys.
Yeah, but you
Okay. It's been a while since I looked. Current account age 16 years, 17 months, 24 days. Wow. Yeah, you're definitely one of the OGs of Twitch before Twitch was Twitch. Revenge Sevenfold, we'll take that. All right, let's see. We got, oh God, we got to save. All right, so that got done. I don't think we have anything to harvest this month. This one looks like it's about a month away, maybe 2 months. Let's take a look at the grass field. I think it probably needs, yeah, it needs a little bit of fertilizer thrown on it. It's not quite where it needs to be. So we'll do that real quick, take care of the animals, and that's probably going to be all we're going to need to do this month. Been around a little while? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I didn't even know what streaming was till maybe 5-6 hours. Or yeah, 5-6 hours. 5-6 years ago. Whenever I bought ATS, like ATS was one of the first games I ever bought when I got a gaming PC, got on Steam, etc., started playing it. And when I did that, these gaming streams started popping up on my Facebook feed. And I'm going to sit here and admit to you, I watched a lot of really, really, really bad streamers. To the point where I was just sitting there thinking to myself, why the fuck would anybody watch this? Like, we're watching the guy play a video game. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But I found myself just like putting it on and watching it, you know. Watched some bad ones, a couple decent ones. And then I came across Raya. Raya, that was back in the days when he was playing ATS way more often. He was still on Facebook. Facebook was still pushing streamers at the time. He literally just popped up on my timeline randomly one day. I started watching, and I started watching more, and I started watching more, and I started watching more, and then I started seeing more streams of like other people and whatnot, and, you know, met some people through there, and then met some people through those people, and started getting involved in Twitch and whatnot, and the rest is history. But yeah, it was ATS that I did not know video gaming streaming was a thing before I got ATS. It just, that the computer picked up me playing that game, fed it to my Facebook algorithm, brought those streams up, and the rest is history, you know. My buddy started streaming us playing Halo Firefight mode. It makes sense. I think Ryan's a common denominator for a lot of this. Yeah, he is. He is. Much as I hate to give that dude any credit, you know, he was the first real streamer that I ever, like, followed and watched regularly. And I met a lot of people through that stream, you know. I knew nothing about streaming till COVID made me stay home from work for 3 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're home on a computer with nothing to do, suddenly that stuff becomes... You get sick of watching TV, you start playing video games, you start watching streamers. Like, I was off work for 3 months during COVID. It wasn't due to COVID, it was due to something completely different, but that was when I really started, like I said, I had always watched Raya, but I started, like, it really... You know, I was watching him every day, every stream, the entire stream, every day I was watching him. And then I was watching other streamers and whatnot. And that was really what got me into it. I still work, but one day he started popping up on my feed. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, I was off work for 3 months around that time. I was aware of him before then, but that was when I really started getting heavy into it. And it's just an amazing thing. I mean, I think, especially nowadays, I have very, very, very few friends in real life. My life is mostly, you know, I work and I come home and I'm on this computer. And I'm either on Discord or I'm watching streams or now I'm streaming. I owe all of that to streams, the streaming world. Like I've met a lot of people, I've made a lot of friends, all due to this little world that I didn't know existed 5-6 years ago, you know? Watched a while before followed. Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched probably 10 or 15 of Raya's streams before I ever said the first thing in chat or followed or subbed, you know? For a long time, I remember just sitting there thinking, this is the weirdest thing in the world that I'm literally sitting here watching somebody else play a video game when I could just play the damn game myself. Even nowadays, I still think it's a weird thing, but we do it, you know? Streaming's been great free therapy. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Like, I didn't really get into it until after my divorce. But I will tell you, there were a lot of days where I was just sitting here, like, deep in my head. And, like, okay, I get in here, I start playing a game, get some music playing, you know, there's some people in chat, some friends, we get a good conversation going. I'm focused on this. There's nothing else going on in my head right now. Any bullshit that might have been there, putting me into a dark place, goes away. Honestly, 90% of the time that works. Now, there's some times where I've been in a really bad mood and I think to myself, oh, I'll stream, that'll knock me out of it, and it just makes it worse. Sometimes it's not a good idea, but for the most part, I would say 90% of the time, that'll knock it out quicker than anything. I'm focused on this right now, and I'm having a great time. Come in here, have some conversations with people, play some games, listen to some music, take your mind off of everything. It really is good therapy. And I mean, I just, you know, all of that aside, I just kind of enjoy it. Like, I enjoy learning new things about the technology that we use, and, you know, the different programs and whatnot surrounding streaming, even though I'm not very good at any of it and probably never will be. As much as everybody says, don't focus on the numbers, don't focus on the metrics and stuff like that, I kind of enjoy that stuff too. It's a little adrenaline boost when you get a new follower or, you know, somebody new comes in here and starts chatting. It's really funny, the names I used to hear getting yelled out by Raya. Well, that's what's, I mean, I think about that a lot. You know, when I first started watching him 5-6 years ago, the way that the crowd has changed. People come and people go. I mean, you could say that about any streamer that's been on for longer than 3 or 4 years, you know? Every so often the name's brought up like, oh God, yeah, I remember that guy used to be in streams every day and we haven't seen him in years, you know? The crowd changes and you don't even realize it. Now, there's people, I mean, I've only been streaming for 2 years. There's people that used to come in my streams that I haven't seen in months. People that were here all the time. And there's people that are here now that weren't here 2 years ago. The chat's completely different now? Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of some of them old names the other day. I forget where I saw it, but I came across Nikki Lizzie. Remember her? She was there every day. I haven't seen her in years. No idea what happened to her. I didn't know her that well, just from chat, but... And there's probably 100 other names that you could put in that same category. We don't know where they went. They just stopped showing up one day, you know? I haven't seen her in about a year now. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, until I saw her name somewhere. And until I didn't even think about the fact that she was gone. Just that she's not there anymore, you know? People just quietly disappear. They don't announce their exit, you know? I've heard yours, how I met Dak, Dan, Deborah, Sky, Sheppy, and Tense. Yep. Yeah, I was watching Raya for probably at least a year or two in Raya's Discord every day, talking to people. Never knew Intense streamed. I talked to the dude every single day. Never knew he streamed. You know how I found out Intense streamed was one of his charity convoys one year. Coop did it with him. And I was watching Coop stream, and you know how we always do with charity convoys, throwing up links, shout outs to all the other streamers that are doing, and he threw up a link to Intense, and I went over there, I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize this name. I'm like, you stream? He's like, yeah, I've been streaming for like 5 years, man. Like, and the rest is history, but it's amazing how long I knew him without knowing he even streamed. It's a crazy part. I remember the first days I was there compared to now is night and day different. Yeah, and it happens so slowly you don't even realize it. That's the thing. Like, people just quietly disappeared and new people quietly came in to take their place, and you didn't even realize it happening until you know, go watch a stream from 3 or 4 years ago and see who was in the chat and realize this isn't the same. Oh god, oh god. Don't tip the truck over. Alright, so first order of business, I'm going to go empty out the factories and the greenhouses, sell all that crap, see if we can't get a little money in the bank. We'll go feed the cows, feed the chickens, do all that crap. And we'll see where we go from there. Thank you, Tom. More. You and Tej get really excited watching people drink things. It's like the weirdest thing in the world. I got a pallet of fabric sitting there. Get rid of that. Gimme. Oh god, where'd it go? Oh. Popped up in the front of the truck. I couldn't even see it. I came to the conclusion earlier, I'm going to have to, against my better judgment, plant another vegetable field somewhere, because this thing was throwing parsnips out at a pretty good rate, but I ran out of parsnips today. I don't know what to make for dinner. I've got noodle soup and kimchi in the truck. Which one you want? Oh, wow, these didn't really pop out much of nothing. This ain't going to be nothing. Normally there's 8 pallets sitting over here in the mornings. What's going on? I must have emptied them late. They're still cooking. Alright, we'll take what's here. A bit of lettuce, a little bit of garlic. It's either steak fajitas or chicken fried steak. Fajitas sounds good. For some reason when I do this, it always loads these pallets slightly to the left and then the truck wants to tip over. I don't know why. Look, loads it clear on the left. And when I take a right turn, it wants to roll. This is a tight squeeze. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop here. Unload it and let it reload with everything there. The logic tends to work a little bit better when everything's in front of it and it knows where it wants to put it. There we go. All right, let's go see how much money we can make. Greenhouses are kind of a cheat code. You really don't have to do anything. They just kind of produce stuff and you sell it and you make money. They're nice to have though. I didn't put those down. They came with the map. Let it go. 86,000. Takes us up to 114. Can't really do much with that, but whatever. It's fine. Might do a contract or two just to pass the time if I can find any that look halfway good. Need to build a road down here. I always drive through this yard. Alright, little chickens, you got some eggs for me? It's like a, what, a pallet and a half in there? Alright, can't get them to load. Come on. Or we gotta back up. There we go. I hate that it spawns them inside of the damn thing. I only took that one pallet. Son of a bitch. How are they on food? Yeah, they're pretty good on food. Probably not even worth bothering. Hi, chickens. Where's the baby chickens? Do I not have any babies in here? No baby chickens. Alright, we'll go see if the other chickens got any eggs for me. Got curious and looked back. I was in Intense's second charity convoy in 2022. I think I was also a last minute fill-in. Missed the first year with the two-tone split paint jobs. I can't remember the first one of his I was in. It's not been that long because he generally does, you know, streamer-only convoys, and I haven't been a streamer that long. Trying to steer this truck with controller, it tends to oversteer, especially when you get going really fast. It looks like I'm drunk. Probably would do better with the wheel, but I'm too lazy to set it up. 2025, I believe. Yeah, I haven't been a part of many of them. Steak fajitas it is. That sounds delicious. I can take this truck and park it. I think I'm done moving all the pallets. This map is very simple. It's just a lot of fields. Not a whole lot going on. Open space. I did have to turn the traffic off because it was just stupid. It was like 20 car traffic jams that you couldn't get around because the AI traffic was too stupid to know where the hell it was going. See if I can go through here without rolling the truck. Eee. Oh god. Well, didn't roll the truck, but I hit the garage. A super easy day tomorrow, but Monday's gonna fucking suck. Are you guys parked already? I thought I heard Sky say that. Done already. Yep, just parked for the night tonight, and we only have like 7 hours available for tomorrow. Oh, wow. See, that's where that stuff sucks. Like, I get the whole hours of rest and all that shit, but like, you guys are out just, you know, you just have to stop and park and live in the truck or wherever the hell you are. Like, wouldn't you much rather finish your trip and spend that time at home, you know? So that's the part that's gotta suck, when you run out of hours and you're just somewhere, you know? Unless it's somewhere cool.
H2O!
Water sucks.
Thank you,
It
Tom.
really sucks.
Good lord. That's why I miss paper logs. Will be home tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Well, 34 restart coming up. Oh, let's hydrate. Tom likes watching people drink things. God, I can't drive. This part sucks balls, but as long as we have showers, a restroom, and internet, I'm perfectly happy. Well, this is true. You can just sit in the truck and play Fortnite all night and be satisfied. I think I'd still rather be at home, though. What is... Creator spawn now? What is this? You are now eligible to get 15 community coins. Oh, great. Thank you, Twitch. Let's see. Sheep are fed well. Chickens are honestly good enough to the point where I'm not even going to bother taking the time to do anything with them. The cows are well fed. Milk doesn't need emptied. Straw is good for at least a month. Crapper's full, but I ain't got anything to put in there, so it is what it is. So I'm going to say the animals are good. I'm not going to piss around with them too much more. This thing, the mixer, out of silage. Oh. Pretty good on everything else, but out of silage. So we've got silage cooking over here. Is it done yet? It is 96%. So we can come back to that. Chickens are the most worthless animal in the game. Yes and no. For chickens to be worth it, you have to have a fuck ton of them. That's why I keep saying, actually, I've got $114,000. I can go build another chicken coop. All right, let's leave this tractor out because that's what I'm going to do. We're going to build another chicken coop. I will need this to feed them. Let's see. Let's go here. Construction. Come on, let me in. Animals. Pigs, sheep, chickens. Yeah, this thing's only 40 grand. Feels kind of cheaty cheap, but okay, so we want to go. I don't want it to go into like diagonal from the other ones. Overlaps with another object. What other object? There's nothing there. Don't tell me it overlaps with another object, because that's where I want to put it. See, there would be too far. The feeder would kind of be off in the tree, so I'm going to have to come this way a little bit. Let's put it, let's say right there. Will be fine. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then we need yeah, soften the ground around it because I'm sure it fucked all that up. This game, you can't just put a building down without fucking the ground up. You can't put it down flat. God forbid I put it down the wrong way and Tense will yell at me. Say, oh, that looks like shit. You should have done this and that before you did it. All right. And then we want gravel. We're going to go. We'll go about out to here. We'll run it the whole way that direction. It will not hit that road, so that's good. All right. Fill it all in. We'll make this all just one big gravel pit. All the way around the building. It's crooked. It's supposed to be crooked. I wanted them at a diagonal. Do the back of the building a little bit. Hi, grass, you suck. Yeah, I'd rather. Oh, God, what happened? That part's going to be kind of tough to get into with a truck, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. What do we think? Not exactly where I wanted it, but it wouldn't let me put it any further back. Kept saying I was overlapping something, so that's about as good as it's going to get. I think it's fine. Do more gravel back here. Let's do some more gravel back here. Straighten that out. There. Even though I'll never actually drive back here. Just, you know. I think that's beautiful. Let's fill this thing up with some feed. I wasn't going to feed the chickens, but, you know, we're going to have it out. We might as well do both of them. Ah, I went in the wrong bay. You dumbass. The one with the pipe is the one that you get things out of. See? I know how to play this game. Barley. God. My little 1970s tractor is struggling to pull this trailer when it's full. Come on, little guy, you can do it. Let's see here. All right, let's open this door. All right, so we need a rooster. Just one. One happy little cock to make them all happy. Let's do... I want them producing eggs quickly, so I'm going to do 50 babies. And we're going to do 200 adult chickens. Chicken looks like a goose. The baby does. I don't know if that's what an actual baby chicken looks like, but I don't think it is. But yeah, it does. It looks like a goose, or just a featherless chicken. I don't know. They didn't really do the chickens any justice in this game. As much as they claimed to upgrade the animals from 22 to 25, they didn't do the chickens any justice. Hi, chickens. I bet you're hungry. There's a baby there. He doesn't look too bad. Looks like a pigeon. You got a spotted one and a black one, and for some reason, even though I only put one rooster in here, there's like 6 of them walking around because that makes sense. It's fine. Oh God, why? They have drastically neglected animals in this game. Holy crap. That thing took a lot of feed. This will probably take the rest of it. Now we're out of food. Okay, though, I think that barley field is due to pop next month. We'll get lots off of it. This one, it's hard to find the trigger. The trigger is not where the trigger is. Yeah, see, I'm all the way away from it. Well, that emptied that out. So we've got no chicken food left. That'll be fine. All right, what time is it? It is 10 after 9. I think that feels like a good stopping point. Let's go. Let's kill this, go there. That feels like a pretty good stopping point for the night. We've been live for 3 hours. Yeah, it's about as much as I want to do. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for hanging out. I did have a really good time tonight. I'm glad we did this. Hi, Matt. Matt's probably been lurking the whole time. He's like, well, I gotta fart before I leave. Just so he knows I'm here. What's up, buddy? I bet he's playing Farm Sim right now, too. I'm not looking, but I'm betting. I bet if I looked. Where is it? Where is it? Is he playing Farm Sim? And if he is, he's hiding it. Thanks, Booger. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out, Sicarus. Yep, I had a good time. Guys, tomorrow, the normal Sunday morning stream will not happen. I've got graduation party for the oldest Hobbit tomorrow. That's from noon to 4-ish. Got to go early to help the X get everything set up and whatnot. So morning stream definitely won't happen. Maybe an evening stream. Most likely, I'd like to do an evening stream tomorrow night. Depending on what time I get home and how I'm feeling after all the festivities tomorrow, we'll probably do that. So look for, I'll let you guys know in Discord. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you get in there. Let me find the button. There we go. Yeah, if you're not in Discord, make sure you get in there. I will update that at some point tomorrow. With what I plan on doing. Not sure what I'll even play. Kind of want to do some trucking. Haven't done any trucking this weekend, so maybe that tomorrow night. We'll see. Like I said, watch the Discord if I'm feeling up to it after all the festivities tomorrow. Congrats to them on that. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you weren't here a couple weeks ago when I went to the actual graduation. I was emotional, and I'm not an emotional dude. Anyone that knows me knows I have no emotions. At least I didn't think I did until I had to watch my kid walk across the stage graduating. It hurt me bad, but bye Booger and chat, bye Sky, bye Denver. Later, have fun with the party. We'll see you, Dark Wolf. Thanks for hanging out. All right, guys, let's go find someone to raid. Otherwise, I'll sit here and babble all night. Who do we got on? Who do we got on? Anybody we haven't raided before? Let's see. Maybe. Well, we can do... Actually, a lot of people on. We're not raiding the burnt peanut. He wouldn't even notice we're there. Then Intense filled your trash can with bullshit. Wait, what? Trash can. What are you talking about? I don't see anybody playing Farm Sim. We got a couple choices here. We can do... Tell you what, I'm just going to send you guys where I'm going and probably where half of you already are. Let's go watch Adrian. He's playing with his balls. He's probably yelling at people. Go say hi, go make a bunch of noise. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Peace out, guys.